American mixtape, and I'm going to do a show for the Moorish Empire Strike Backs digital CD that I'm going to drop. Man, I hope y'all support it, man. It's going to be serious, man. It's going to be serious. Somebody just say, send me the link. I can't send you the link yet. I got to release it for the Moorish World TV mixtape. I just got the clearance a couple weeks ago from Picasso and Calico. You got to hold on. We got things to do around here. We got bills to pay. You know how they say on the radio, we got bills to pay. And today, let me first and foremost rise and give praise to Allah, man. I'm telling you, man, last week was a trying week. I'm telling you, the storm in Baltimore blew me down. The fence just went, man, I'm talking about there's a whole bunch of stuff with it was a whirlwind. It was a changing time last week. And so now we in this new era time this week. And now we back to bring something to the table. So let me give praise to Allah, man, for all the drama, all the things that go on that makes me stronger, that makes you stronger. I give honor to his prophet, Noble Drew Ali, and I give honor to every human being, man, woman, and child that is doing the best that they can do within the capacity of which they can do, which in the capacity that they have to uplift fallen humanity, first starting with self. You know, uplifting a fallen humanity always begin with self. Don't get it twisted. If you hear somebody talking reckless out of their mouth, most likely they haven't did the first uplifting act. The first uplifting act of the Moorish Science Temple of America is uplift yourself. Right? That's just what it is. Like somebody disagree with you or something and you lose your cool. What probably happened is you lost your cool way before the disagreement came. You know, so the first uplifting act of the now I said it. Look. This is the rule. The first uplifting act of the Moorish Science Temple of America, or the philosophical approach of Moorish science, the first uplifting act is to uplift yourself. That means get control of yourself. That's just what it is. It is what it is. So anyway, family, one thing I want to examine today, as you can see in the title, you know what I mean? As you can see in the title says it all. What have the Moors done for us? That's why I want to get this. That's why I wanted to get my charger. So when somebody choose to call in, we can address the topic of what this is. The great debate. It's not a debate me against somebody. The great debate is that the significance of the Moorish American within the last 20 years. Within the last 20 years, what have the Moors done for us? That's it. What have the Moors done for us? Family, we have a problem on deck. Aboriginal power, peace and love. We have a problem on deck. Family, Prophet Noble Drew Ali came on the scene 1913, manifested full potential from 1925 through 1929. Family, I got breaking news for you. 1929. Let me read something. Let's get right into it, fam. Let's get right into it. I don't want to hold you up, so I want to get right into it. Now, from 1929, and this goes in the core with my brother Tunica L was demonstrating the other day. From 1929 till now, let's go back in 1927-28. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali this is reported out of the Moorish Guide that, and I'm just going to skim through, go to the middle of the article where it says that, so now let us brothers let our brothers, so let us all be brothers and have some of the gold, greenbacks, and a nice home to live in and some industry, and let ones of our race be the teacher of our children in the schools. We don't have any schools today. Let me go on. Now, Moors, let us run this Muslim race with our divine principle, with noble Drew Ali in the lead, and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice in our view. The Moors have come together and raised enough money to start a grocery store, and they are working wonderfully to that end. Both brothers and sisters have formed the Moorish Grocery Company. That's T. Crumley Bay. This is in 1927, if I'm not mistaken. Family, we do not have a grocery store. I mean, I've seen some health food stores. I've seen some health food stores, some little demonstration, which is good start. But family, we don't have these things. We don't have these things, and we cannot continue to move on the notion that we are a nation and we don't have the basic things. Now, and I'm telling you that what I'm doing here, I'm asking for your support. This is just what it is. What it is, I'm asking for your support. Islam 704 Joe, peace to the gods. I'm asking for your support because what I have done is I have initiated, I put an initiative in place to begin what is called the Moorish Village. Now, the concept of the Moorish Village is as follows. First of all, the concept of the Moorish Village is no different than a Chinatown, no different than a Little Italy, no different than a Little Korea, or any other Greek village or the likes. I have put together an initiative, and this initiative will begin with starting with home base, temple, coffee shop, community center, and a bed and breakfast. That's what the initiative starts with. Now, this initiative starts with 1 3-story building here in Baltimore. And we have people to follow up that want to invest in this community and invest in the things that I am going to share with you tonight. We have people that want to do this, but we must secure home base. Home base is the nucleus. When anybody starts a business and they want to franchise out, the first thing they must do is work on the nucleus of the business. So for instance, when you look at a 7-Eleven, the 7-Eleven headquarters is in Texas, but you see 7-Elevens everywhere. When you look at Washington State, you see that is Silicon Valley, and Microsoft, if I'm not mistaken, is headquarters in the state of Washington. But they're everywhere. That's the same thing that have to be applied with the Moorish Science Temple of America. That's the same thing have to be applied with the with Moorish businesses, and that's the same philosophy have to be applied with Moorish communities. We have to start one place, and then we have to go elsewhere. Shout out to my brother Terrain. He says we can homeschool now. Trump don't have to sign nothing. Moors need their own school. Facts indeed. So what we are initiating in Baltimore, Maryland, Noble Temple 22 is that every temple that rolls with Baltimore, Maryland, Temple number 22, they are going to be instructed on how to homeschool out of the temple. Matter of fact, Terrain is a part of one of the temples that is associated with the Grand Sheik of that temple that actually homeschool, and he will be training Moors into the ways of homeschooling your children. And from the homeschool will birth the brick and mortar school next to the neighborhood, in the neighborhood, or where the people residents will be. But we will be starting the homeschool this year coming out of the temple. Now people might say, well, why the temple? Why the temple? Well, that's how all schools normally start. Most schools start in neighborhoods, Catholic church, Islamic schools, whatever. That's just how they start. Most schools start like that. So my thing is that Moors need to stop talking. Moors need to stop saying that we are citizens unless we do the productive things that citizens do. What type of citizen just run around talking about that we have a right to the land? Well, if we have a right to the land, why haven't we built on the land? Shout out to Sinetta Studios. Why haven't we built on the land? We've been here long enough. Why haven't anybody built on the land? If we have a right to the land, why haven't we built on the land? We keep crying about the right of the land, and I'm talking about the Moorish National. I'm talking about the Moorish American. We keep talking about that we are Moorish Americans and we are part and partial. Well, where's our part on the land? When will we take some of this stuff and refurbish it? Sometimes we don't have to rebuild. We just take what's there and rebuild. I mean, sometimes we don't have to build from the ground up. We actually can take what's there and refurbish it. So when is going to come a time when we're going to stop talking? So here, stick around. Stick around. I'm going to show you that this ain't just talk with me. I'm going to show you that this just ain't talk with me. See, if we can create the prototype from the example of Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the Moors, then we can do this anywhere and everywhere. But we must develop the prototype. We must develop the prototype from the example laid down by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. The reason why the Moors have not been successful is because we obviously have not developed the prototype by the example or from the example of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Period, point blank. We can dance around. We can say, oh, but my grand sheik this, or oh, but we do this, but we do that. And see, that's like this. Let me pause for a second. Because we have no true knowledge of math and science. Mose, that's why. You see how crazy that is? You see how crazy that is? Sister Drainell, I love her to death, but she have surveyed every Moor within the United States to come up with a calculation to say that we, quote unquote, do not have the knowledge of math and science. She has surveyed millions of Moors and made a statement to say we don't have. This is why we are lagging behind. This is why, instead of finding those that do have or preparing those to have, we say we don't have. This is the problem. This is the problem. With all due respect, this is the problem. See, so today we need doers. We don't need naysayers. We need doers. We need one to say, you know what? I can do it. We need ones to say, I will do it. We need ones to say, I am going to do it. We don't need ones to say we don't have. Because when we don't have, we are deficient. We don't have. We have all we need. We have all we need. And all we got to do is produce the condition that would allow people to contribute. All we got to do is produce the condition that would allow, that would intend people to contribute. That's it. So there is no negative to this positive right now. This show is a strictly positive. We have who going to contribute. That's it. When I reached out to my brother, acting Grand Sheik of Noble Temple number 33 in Atlanta, I said, brother, you homeschool. Would you assist others into teaching how to homeschool? He said, absolutely. That's it. When I reached out to Sheikess Letitia Brownell, my brother Sheik Charles Brownell, and I said, a sister want to speak to you about homeschooling because you are good and you successful. Tell the sister to call me. And that's how we build. We can't build in the negative. We don't have. That's in the negative. That's in the deficit. We ain't going to build nothing in the deficit. Period, point blank. So until we get out that state of mind, I'm out of that state of mind. And I'm asking everybody to ride with me that's out of that state of mind. We can't continue to wait on the sheiks. We can't continue to wait on the divine ministers. They didn't have a track record. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? You know what I'm saying? What are we waiting for? You know what I'm saying? Here we go again. How can we produce condition if one do not have the knowledge and understanding of self? We have the knowledge and understanding. We just got to open the doors, open the environment, open the elements so the people who ready to contribute. The Moors during the Prophet Noble Drew Ali time, they didn't have a 5-star European education. They didn't have all that old elegant stuff. They didn't have all this elegant stuff that we looking for today. They just put their boots on, they strapped it up, and got busy. That's all they did. They put their boots on, strapped it up, and got busy. Period, point blank. We making excuses because we don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? Well, if you don't want to work, assist the one that want to work. Let me tell you something. Let's get straight to it. Let me screenshot something for you. Let me show you something. Listen, I want to ask for anybody who's willing to support what I'm doing. The link is at the bottom. The GoFundMe, the PayPal is at the bottom. Let me show you what I'm doing here. Let me show you what I'm about to get turned up in here. Let me show you what I'm doing here. Now, here in Baltimore, family, we have communities in Baltimore that are distressed and depressed. We have many of them. And guess what? In any inner city around the country, we have these sorts of communities. Here is one of the communities. Matter of fact, let me do it like this. Matter of fact, let me do it like this. Let me do it like this. Let me stop screen sharing for 1 second and do it like this. Let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. Let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. I'm going to take you on a tour through this community real quick. Walk with me, family, so you can get, I want to show you what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I want to show you what I'm talking about. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna walk you through this community with me because obviously we have a bunch of excuses as opposed we have a bunch of excuses of not to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. Let me show you something that I pulled off, family. It ain't even fully pulled off yet. It ain't fully pulled off yet. But I'm going to show you something that I pulled off, and I'm asking for your assistance. Check this out. Check this out. Stand by. All right. I want y'all to see this right here. Family, you see this say pending, right? You see this say pending, right? You see this price up here, right? That's what I came at them for, this price. Now, let me tell you what you get for this price. This is a 3-story building right here. And I'm going to show you some better pictures in a minute. I just want you to see this from offline. And this is what I do for a living. I find inexpensive properties that take bare minimum to fix up. And I fix them up for people. And most people rent them out and they carry on and begin to build a legacy for their families. Now, this is a 3-story building right here, right? 2,374 square foot. Look at this price right here. Now, with an untrained eye, you say, oh, it's boarded up. Well, guess what? It caught a little fire, and it's not that serious. They had to bust out the windows to vent it. It's been sitting for quite some time, but they had to bust out the windows to vent it. But here's it. Here it goes right here. This is it. 638 North Fulton Avenue. Now check this out. This is where it caught fire at. But it's not that serious. I've been in there and I got more pictures. Now check this out. You see it's pending. Pending means that the seller has accepted an offer and the property is now pending or under contract. I have it under contract for the first property for the Moorish Village. That's right. And not only that, I'm going to show you some real pictures of this in a minute. But let me show you something, family. It has a full basement, which will be a coffee shop. The front, we're going to have the meeting area. The smaller part of the front will be a little store. And up this part right here will be 2 apartments or bed and breakfast. Now, this picture is not doing it no justice, but I want you to pay attention, family. I'm trying to teach you something. I'm trying to teach you something, how we can work together as a family. Now, I get this thing for $6,000, right? Let's scroll on down and see what it sold for back in the little while ago. In 2006, it sold for $72,000. Are y'all seeing this? In 2006, it sold for $72,000. Family, what would be the problem putting it back together to bring it up to $72,000 again? I do the work every day. 76,000, 5,000. Another 5 later to fix it up, even make it more extravagant. 72 stacks from $6,000. Let me stop the screen share, see if we got any comments right there. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? $72,000. You follow what I'm saying? So the point that I made, the point that I'm making, we sitting online and we going back and forth. We arguing about a right to travel. Ain't got nothing. Todd still trying to find somebody to rent a spot. No disrespect. We don't own no temples. And here's the guy right here that do this work for a living, saying, family, let's all come together. We can make this happen in any city. Let's build the prototype. Let's build the prototype from the example of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So in this show right here, I'm saying, family, hit the PayPal. We're going to fix this up. It's a brother right now coming from Chicago to see a brother leave this earth who already left the earth. He passed form. And the brother asked me, brother, can you receive me when I come in? Well, anybody that knows Tahaka Bay, they know I travel a lot. Now I'm in a crunch because I'm supposed to travel on Friday. I'm supposed to be at another temple out of town on Friday. They expected me. But this brother needs to be received. Now, where did this brother stay at? We had Sadnetta in the building a few minutes ago. If he came here to Baltimore, why do he have to go? Whether he call himself black or whatever, why do he got to go to the Holiday Inn when we can establish something for everybody? Why is that? So I'm saying this. I'm going to tell you the point of the matter. I'm going to get straight to the point. Let me get straight to the point real quick. Family, I'm coming to you right now. I'm coming to you right now in all sincerity. Let me show you this. I ain't going to front with you. See this right here? This is the financial statement. Family, as you can see, the total after all the fees, and they're going to address 638. Matter of fact, let's delete this one. And so I can show you the address. They're going to address 638 Fulton Avenue. After all the fees, this is the money that I put down. 5 stacks. After all the fees, 848.73 cents is left. You know what I mean? And here the building right here. Now, let me show you this. Hold up. This is how the building look right now, right? But this is what the Europeans did to one of the buildings. The same type of building, but still connected. This is what they made their building look like. You feel me? This is the European area. Same building. Matter of fact, let's copy this. Let's copy this and put them side by side. Let's copy this and put them side by side. You know what I mean? Let's copy this and put them side by side. Same building. Same exact building. Same exact building. Same exact building. Only thing they did was put a bay window right here. Same exact building. Now this building here is probably worth $72,000. Same exact building. Family, I'm telling you, PayPal, help your brother out so we can start this mission. Now, anybody that needs help or want to invest, email me at taharkabay@yahoo.com. I do this for a living. I do this for a living. I do it for people every single day. Here's the financial statement. Total paid by borrower. I didn't borrow anything, but that's just the language that they use. 5,052 and 21 cents, whatever that is. But it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, so we need about 10,000 to fix this up. We need 3,800 to complete this deal right here, and probably about another 7 to get it up and running. Even when and what I'm saying is this. Let me tell you what I'm saying. If you anybody came to Baltimore, passing through or whatever the case may be, anybody came to Baltimore, they would have a place to stay. They ain't got to go to the Holiday Inn. They ain't got to go to these Europeans. They will have a place to stay. Whether it was Sinetta, shout out to Sinetta, whether he was coming here to document something, he have a place to stay. We start off with that. By the end of the year, we got 2 or 3 of them. I got a brother right now is ready. I got a brother right now ready to invest. But I'm trying to get this one right first. Once I get this one right by midsummer, end summer, I'm supposed to close on the 27th on this. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully people will go in and hit the GoFundMe, hit the PayPal. So the finance that we have in there, we can get it up quick, fast. We can get it quick, fast. We can get it quick, fast. You know what I'm saying? But there's nowhere in the world when we look at these Moorish Americans calling themselves nationals, yet when they go and travel, they paying a European. We giving the European our money, but then say the colonists. We blaming the colonists, but we pay the colonists. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. So even if you Cujo should be donating something right here. He like to run around, give lectures. You get a safe pass in Baltimore. I know you ain't a tough guy for real. I know you don't want that work for real. I know you just YouTube talking. So you can come in Baltimore and teach. You can come in Baltimore and teach. But why come in Baltimore and teach? You still my brother, whether I agree with you or disagree with you. But why would you come in Baltimore and teach and pay a European, the same one you call a colonist? Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. My brother, Alinde L, they travel. They usually hit the coast and then head back home. But why should they have to drive back in the middle of the night? Why should my brother, Alinde L twins, drive all the way back to near Virginia Beach at the middle of the night? Why should we have to travel and sleep on somebody's couch? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You know, so the point of the matter is that it's time to move on an agenda. The agenda is that we need our own. Now, this is just a prototype. Once it's done here, by the end of this year, we initiate one in New York. I will go to New York and I will do the analysis to find the properties that's going to fit the price that we have, and then I will manage the rehabilitation of the property. It's nothing. It's nothing. This is what I do every day. We can do this in Detroit, but we got to start somewhere. I've already put the bread down. Now, who's going to help out? Who's going to help out? We need help. You know, we say it takes finance to uplift a nation, but who's going to help? And that's what this show about. The show is, what have the Moors done for us? What have the Moors done for us? I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to be the one that you're going to remember, but you're going to be remembered. You're going to remember me, but we all going to be remembered together, because this leaves a legacy. This leaves a legacy. This is something our children can pick up on and build more. If we buy at the end of this year 3 properties in this neighborhood, we have done more than any more did in the last 20 years. We have done more than any Moorish American group has done in the last 20 years. I said it. I said it. We keep yelling around that we have been visited by a prophet. That we have been visited by a prophet. This is our prophet. We running around like we got the highest science known to man. But the places where we teach the prophet teachings, we don't even own. We don't even own most of these places. What kind of sense does that make? We get these 501c3s and we beg to get something to distribute. We get a 501c3 so we can get free food from the government to distribute and look like we're doing something good. Well, it is good if that's your state of mind. But what's really good is we need our own. We should not have to get a 501c3 to get a building. When you got a brother like Tahaka Bay that do this every day, pick up the phone and holler at me. Email me, tahakabay@yahoo.com. Brother, what would it take you to bring you to my city? Or I give you the information to do the math and show me where I can get a property like that. Show me where I can get one like that, brother. I'm going to show you again. I'm going to show y'all again. Show me how I can do it, brother. I'm going to give it to you free. The European going to charge you this information. How you can get a property like this. The sale is pending. I showed y'all the paperwork. The sale is pending. $6,000. 2,300 square feet. That's 2 apartments. Meeting area. A store in the front, pantry in the back, and a coffee shop in the basement. Because guess what? Most of these places like this got bars in the basement. And like I said, from down here, the old price of this building back in 2006 was $72,000. But it's been sitting. But it's been sitting. Somebody was ready to buy it in 2011 for $72,000. $72,000. You kidding me? You kidding me? The point of the matter is that we need to get ourselves together. We need to stop. We need to stop trying to big up all these Moors, big up all these sheiks, big up all these organizations that is not doing it for the people. And for the people is not talking. For the people is giving the people something tangible. Giving the people something that they can utilize and pass through the next generation. If you called me, if you emailed me and say, Mo, how can we get you to this area? How can we give you the information? Give you the zip code. So I can find something in comparison to what you have done. Then what you are looking at. Then I'm going to do the math and I'm going to say, listen, this is what we got. But then I have to do the footwork. I got to go out there and walk in that demonstration. You know what I'm saying? I got to walk in that demonstration. But with that being said, family, let me share this with you now. I want to show you the neighborhood. Stick around, family. This is not a controversial show, but this is a building show, and I'm asking for your support. Stick around and watch this real quick, family. This is the neighborhood that is for the taking. It's for the taking. I'm telling you, we need this.
So this is the neighborhood right here. Most of these houses here are pretty much.
Hold up. Hold up 1 second. I don't know what just happened. Uh-oh. I know what happened. Hold on. Let me go back. Okay, let me start it again. I had it loaded up too long, and let's hope that that's what it is. Hold on, because I want y'all to see this. What the heck happened with this? All right, here we go. Hold on.
So this is the neighborhood right here. Most of these houses here are pretty much ready for the taking. You actually can see the same auction people that I acquired the buildings from, or in the process of acquiring it from. They actually have a property. They go on this block. And this block is super quiet, super quiet. And most of it is super quiet because Roots and Branches School, free public charter school. And one thing about criminals and crooks, they don't want to break law around a public school. The same thing that you would get a few months for, you would get 10 years for in Baltimore. Without parole, for selling drugs, getting caught with a gun, whatever the case may be. But here's a store close to, that could be a store as well as apartments up top, close to the building that I acquired across the street, or that I'm in the process of acquiring across the street. So as you walk down here, you can see if one would acquire this would be the side entrance to the apartments if they were to turn that into a store and apartments. And as you walk down this back street on Rayner, you'll see that there's a whole nother block that's for the taking. Now, in comparison, I could show you a whole block that was redone. I may take a ride over there today, I'm not sure. But again, it's a whole nother block that's quiet, ready for the taking. Some of these houses that are boarded up, they probably can't be redone without a whole bunch of money, but others that are boarded up are ready for the taking. This is a whole block right here that is pretty much a block that's ready. Let me look in here. This is probably for sale right here. So it's ready. These houses are so expensive now. If you don't get one that's gouging the prices, you know, you can get these houses under $10,000. And basic put together to get it moved in would be less than $10,000. If you want to move in yourself and make it extravagant, you know that's a little bit will cost what you want. You get what you pay for. But a lot of these places here.
Now watch when I go around the block, family. We got an example coming up in a minute.
A lot of places here, people have tried their best to beautify it. And I think the Moors could come and take it to the next level. Look at this. You can tell when people have culture. You know, that's the Trinidad flag. Flag of Trinidad look like it. If it's not, it sure looks similar. You can tell when people have culture. You see, they start putting love into their neighborhood. Here's another block. So 2 blocks over could be our blocks. You know, these people here, obviously they own this. Obviously they own this because they all have their signature with their murals on them. You know, they have a food and deli mart here. They also have a, let's see what they say here. Stepping forward, a Harlem Park West story. So this is Harlem Park. So maybe these are all those who contribute. Wall prep consultation girls. Okay, yeah, these are probably all those who contribute to this beautiful mirror tag type of spot right here. So let's back that up. Let's turn around right here. They even got a kitchen right there. No, it's open yet. That's what we looked at. With the big feet, I guess that's their signature. But this is the neighborhood. You know where the Moors will make something happen. We'll go to the other side. All right, let's walk down Fulton Avenue. So we walk down. What's up, big brother? I'm good. So when you walk down, you look at all these empties right here. And again, as I said, a lot of these units are really ready for the taking. You know, they got boards on them, but when you go into them, they're really not that bad. I mean, from my point of view, they're really not that bad. And this is Fulton Avenue, and I think this would be ideal. I think this would be ideal for a temple as well as a community. These apartments right here, they could be turned into apartments like it ain't nothing. And there we go there, another unit right there. Across the street. See that? That's where I'm acquiring property from. And the thing about this is that when these are redone, they will, you know, like the person here, whoever acquired this here, did a wonderful job on the curb appeal. Look at that curb appeal. Did a wonderful job on the curb appeal. You know, this is typical Baltimore Road house. The Baltimore Road house. Okay. So, again, a lot of these houses, as I said, are boarded up. I can look right through the window and I can actually see you guys drywall there. Still have curtains up. That's basically to prevent people from trying to go up in there. And then down this block here again, this is like an extreme. This is a this is a gold mine because it's so quiet. And every time I've come around here, whether summer or now, it's quiet. And it's close to downtown. It's probably like 5 minutes from downtown. So here we go. So I just walked around the whole block. Just walked around the whole block. Just to show you that this is definitely not a bad spot to invest in. So when you look across the street, you see the face on these houses. You know, they're looking good. And there we go. Back to it. We gotta make something happen. Here's the risk.
It's
the neighborhood.
So
right
look,
here.
the point is, I wanted to share that with everybody to show that this neighborhood that I'm looking at, I don't know what you see, but I know what I see. I know that I see that this neighborhood can turn into something great. Period, point blank. It could turn into something great. We talk about that Europeans gentrification, you know, but when are we going to regentrificate something? You know, I got my mufti is looking for the lot on the side for the community garden demonstrating. But when are we going to regentrificate something? When are we going to say, you know, it's time for us to convene on a certain area and come in and make something happen? You know, because that's what it is at the end of the day. We're going to have to regentrificate. Stop crying about regentrification, and maybe we need to regentrificate. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm putting the PayPal in there. Anybody who wish to assist. The point of the matter is it's time for us to do something with ourselves. Do something with ourselves. And I'm talking about all conscious people. I'm talking about Moors, Hebrew Israelites. If a Hebrew Israelite brother traveling through town need a place to stay, brother, look, right there on Fulton, we got a room open for you. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. And so I'm reaching and I'm peeling for anybody who wish to support the Moorish village. Like I say, it's the Moorish village, but this is the village for everybody. So that's just what it is. When we look at the Moors, family, let's get into it a little bit. When we look at the Moors, let's look at what the Moors accomplished back then and look what we have accomplished now. When we look at the Moors, let's look at the castle of Sintra. Now I'm gonna read it, and we're gonna do a little slide, because this is the greatness of the Moors. Castillo dos Moros, also known as the Moors Castle or the Moorish Castle, surrounded by verdant forest and park. It was easy to see while visitors make a trek here. The only visitors make a trek here is mostly Europeans and foreigners. Come along with us as we tour the stone walls and explore the ruins of unique Portuguese attraction with some fantastic views. North African Muslim Moors. These are Africans. This is before the Arabs. North African Muslim Moors. It's not Arabs. Muslim Moors. Built the original castle during the 10th century as a military fort. Its mountaintop location looking over the Tigris River made it an ideal strategic place to defend the town of Sintra and the outpost for Lisbon. This became one of the region's most important castles. When the Christian Crusaders conquered Portugal, this castle was abandoned. A fire at the castle kept a huge earthquake that hit Castle Keep. A fire in the castle keep and the huge earthquake that hit Lisbon in the 18th century pretty much left the castle in disarray. King Ferdinand restored most of it. It says King Ferdinand restored most of it. Restored most of it in the 19th century as an ancient ruin. He enjoyed seeing the castle where he stayed across Forest of Pina Palace. Now, this is the Moors built this. Look at this. The Moors built this. Look at this. When we think of castles, we start thinking about this European fairy tale stuff. Moors are the master builders of castles. Moors are. Look at this. People look at this. Look at the views of the castle. Look at the views of the castle. The Moors built this on a hill. You follow me? This is what the Moors built on a hill. You follow me? This is what the Moors built on a hill. Period, point blank. You see what I'm saying? So the point of the matter is, this is how the Moors move. And we need to move back into it. I just got a text. They say that the link ain't active. Let me try to see if I can get the link active for those who wish to support. 1 second. But this is what the Moors built. And you mean tell me we can't get together to get a little building rehab so we can have something here in Baltimore? And I will volunteer my expertise any and everywhere, no matter where it may be. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that. We can't do that. Let me see something. All right, hold up. Let me get to this link real quick, because obviously somebody got interest to support. So let me see if I can get this link straight real quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm about to go to and get this link straight real quick. Okay. So look, at the top of the page, there is a link. There is a link on the YouTube channel. So let me see something real quick. Let me see if this link broken. What happened? Oh yeah, it works on the other thing, but it don't work here. Let me see again. Let me put it back up in here real quick. Let me try this one. It works underneath in the comment section. So if this link don't work, check the link in the comment section. Let me see if this works. Nah, the only link that works is in the comment section. And I think they do that. I think they do that so any and everybody can't share links and try to whatever they're trying to do. I don't know. But anyway, in the comment section, I mean, not the comment section, the description section is the link. And that link works. So if you choose to support, that link works in the section. So I'm getting text after text. Let me see. Islam. Okay, so the link in the comment section, I mean in the description section, do work, but it doesn't work when I put it in the let me see one more time. It seems as if it doesn't work once I put it in the yeah, it don't work when I put it inside the chat. So, but it do work in the comment section. And like I said, I'm going to go back over this in a minute, but let me share with you. This is what the Moors, the greatness of the Moors back in the day. You know what I'm saying? The greatness of the Moors. You know, when we look at the Moors back in the day, man, we're looking at people who really put some love and pride into who they were, you know, and they would protect what they established. So one of the things that they were master builders when it came to castles. When it came to castles, master builders. You know what I'm saying? And when we look at castles, the first thing we do is we think of Europeans. Europeans ain't build no castles. That ain't them. That's not them. Nope. They brought this technology with them out of Africa. Yep. So look, they brought this with them out of Africa. This is not European. I don't know why we see these Europeans with chilling, sitting up there. Oh, save me! Da, 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 da. All that old foolishness. Nah, they didn't build nothing. I mean, now the second thing, master builders of Mars, the great Mars of Cordoba. There you go. There you go. Let's go back one. The great Mars of Cordoba is the prime example of Muslim world ability to brilliantly develop architectural styles based on pre-existing regional traditions. Regional traditions. Regional. African. Regional traditions. Here is an extraordinary combination of a familiar and innovative, a formal stylistic vocabulary that can be recognized as Islamic even today. Known locally as Mezquita. Mezquita Catedral. I think that's how you say that. The Great Mosque of Cordoba is one of the oldest structures still standing from the Muslim time. And those are the Moors who from the Muslim rule Al-Andalus. And I might butcher that. Muslim of Iberia, including most of Spain, Portugal, and section of southern France. The Moors was everywhere, and we were builders in the late 8th century. Cordoba is a 2-hour train ride from Madrid and draws visitors from all over the world. This is the Great Mosque known at Cordoba. Look at this. When we going to get back to this? When we going to get back to this? Look at this. When we going to get back to this? Look at the dome. When we going to get back to this? They did this without a GoFundMe. They did this with willing people want to do something great, and it's standing today. Hundreds of years later, it's standing today. Look at it. Look at this. Without the technology that we have today, they did this. And we sitting up here talking about we a nation. Man, we got to get ourselves together. We got to get ourselves together. You know, I'm asking for any and everybody. You know what I mean? Go on, take your coins. Go on, take your coins. Dump them in that little thing at the store. You know what I mean? Dump them in that thing at the store and come holler at your brother. This is an opportunity for all people, not just Moorish American proclaimed. This is not for that. This is for if anybody is traveling, if anybody need a place to stay, if anybody need assistance, we will be able to provide that. Now, this is just one building. When the business follow, we already got a business ready to contract some things. Got to get home base straight first. But this is just one of many that's more to come, because I got people on standby that's ready. But I'm not going to exhaust my expertise outside of this project. I can't exhaust my expertise outside of this project right here. I got to get this project straight first. So when somebody come and they say, we need some assistance from the Moorish Consulting Company, they can go to 638 Fulton Avenue. They don't got to reach me on the internet. They don't have to Skype me if they local. They can go to 638 Fulton Avenue. Whether it be anybody, whoever wants to do business and want to learn or hire Brother Tahaka Bay or anybody who I train on how to find these houses, how to acquire these houses, they can come. You know, I'm also going to give, brother, this is what I just said. How would this help? You said non-Moorish blacks. Brother, this is for anybody. I don't see that black stuff like people in the Moorish paradigm has demonized. I see I'm Moorish. I see you calling yourself black. You my brother. That's your thing. I don't run around telling Europeans all day long, you ain't white. Stop calling yourself white. You ain't white. Neither if I'm going to run around telling you that you ain't black. You know what I'm saying? Why would a non-Moorish donate to this project? Because if you are in Baltimore or any city that this project comes up, you are welcome. This is going to be a bed and breakfast. This is going to be a store. You might have some products that we want to put in the store. You might manufacture some soaps, some teas, some dashikis, some unks. My name Tahaka Bay. Tahaka Bay. Tahaka like unks. Tahaka like Nefertiti. I know I'm yelling. But Tahaka Bay is not the Moor that you used to. We are one family. I don't run around telling Europeans, you're not white. Why you call yourself white? You're not white. So neither am I going to run around telling you that. But now within the circle of Moorish science, or within the theology of Moorish science, or the philosophical approach of Moorish science, I will teach that. But it's not my job to condemn or pass judgment on anybody. And I say condemn, and I meant to say condemn and pass judgment. I'm not doing that. But if you got a product, if the Hebrew Israelites got a product, they can sell it in the store. Matter of fact, we want to order from them. You see, we want to order. We want to order from the Hebrew Israelites. We want to order from the Kemetic community. We want to order from the Moorish community. We want to stock our shelves with our products. We want to stock our shelves. The Moors don't have everything. I just said what have the Moors done for us. We need all of us. We need you that say that black power. We need you to not go to a Holiday Inn and yell black power, because it don't look right. It don't look right. We can't have you yelling black power and then going to the Waldorf. It don't look right. We can't have you yelling Hotep, but going to get the best hotel that money can find. When your brother right here got a nice, clean, comfortable bed and breakfast in a safe area with any size that you're looking for. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. And I got till the 27th of this month, the 27th of this month, to close on this building. And this will be the start of the journey. I put most of the money up. You know what I'm saying? Inshallah, I'm going to grind as much as I can to get the rest of the money. You got to understand, too, that I'm running a business and we're talking about economy. We're talking about the economy. And the way economy works, you can't exhaust one thing in one place. And this is the reason why I'm reaching out for you. I'm not a rich guy, but I'm willing to make a rich sacrifice. I'm willing to sacrifice. You know what I mean? I ain't got a whole bucket loads of money, man. Trust me. People say, oh, he do this for YouTube, man. I ain't doing this for no YouTube. Ain't no money in YouTube. Anybody can tell you that. Anybody that do YouTube can tell you that. I do this because the love of my people and the love of self, the love of Allah, the love of humanity, it just instigates me. I mean, it arouses my, it heightens my awareness to what needs to be done. And I know if I don't do it, it's a large chance that it won't be done. I know if I don't do it, there's a strong possibility that it won't be done. And not because people can't do it, because I believe anybody can do it. But it takes a certain type of person. It takes a certain type of person to put it all on the line. You see, because I'm a different type of Moorish American. See, I learned from the past. I learned from the past that Moors need to push in the direction of self-sufficiency. The Moors need, but there is money on YouTube, but I don't work for the money. Moors need their own. Brothers who call themselves black, sisters who call themselves black, the Kemetic community, they need their own community. We need our own community. Imagine if I set the blueprint. The Kemetic community can hire me or say, brother, what can you offer? I say, brother, what I can offer is, won't the Kemetic community learn to live together? Let's stop calling ourselves a community when we really don't have a community. Let me help you to develop a community. But we need the blueprint. We need the blueprint. So whether it's in New York, with the Kemetic community, they should come to live together. Whether it's in New York with the Hebrew Israelite community, they should come to live together. Whether it's in Atlanta with the Hebrew Israelite community and the Moorish community, they should come to live together. The Kemetic community should come live together. See, and this is how we have functional unity. Because when I want something, the Hebrew community may have it. If they don't have it, the Kemetic community may have it. The grocery store at the Hebrew community may give me the things that I want from there. Or the Kemetic community might give me the things that I want from there. The Moorish community might have something that they need. The Black Power community may have something that we all need. And this is called functional unity. You see, we come from a tribal state of mind. Then we got, not only do we have a tribal state of mind, we also been infused with the divide and conquer poison. But check out functional unity. With everybody have their community, then we can barter, trade, purchase, support. The Hebrew Israelite may have a community about the old, might have a play about the Old Testament. Come on, Mobites, we going over to see the play about the Old Testament over there at such and such. The Moors might have a play about the times and lessons of Prophet Noble Drew Ali on our stage. Brothers and sisters for the Kemetic community say, man, the last play I seen over there was fire. I'm going to check that out over there at the Moorish community. This is how we have functional unity, but it starts with the template. We don't have a template. I'm asking you to help me to start the template. And this template, like I say, I have the ability to close on the 27th of this month. I have the ability to close on the 27th of this month. As I showed you, the balance on this is 3,800. Let me show you. Let me show you. I'm so petty. I'm petty. That's what they said in Baltimore. The balance on this, as you can see, I already put 5 on it. Deposit or earnest money. I mean, 5,000. I got 5 on it. You see? Yeah. You see? So that's the point of the matter. That's the point of the matter. So we need to come together and create the template. Like I said, I will offer my services out to anybody who wants to start, initiate a community. It doesn't take much. It just takes a little sacrifice. This is the building here. This is a finished building. This don't take much. You know how you get this brick back like this? Even if you don't have a sandblaster, guess what? You go rent one for the day for $200. Throw a ladder up here or rent a lift from Lowe's. They got lifts down. And you blast this all off and bring it right back to the brick as you see here. And this is what it's going to look like. This paint is peeling. It's going to look like this. Period, point blank. It's not a great feat. It's really not. You look at the top of the structure, that takes nothing but a little bit of sanding and a little bit of bright white paint. That's it. Throw some windows back up in there, and the inside ain't bad at all. And as I said, it's right by a school. The next one that will be purchased most likely will be this one, because we can put a store up in here, and we can do another bed and breakfast up here. We got a Grand Sheik out of Syracuse. He's looking to purchase something. We're going to actually have a meeting tomorrow about opportunities in this area. Also, we have a Grand Sheik, and Grand Sheik is out of North Carolina. I know I've been delayed. I'm apologizing right now on Moorish World TV. I'm apologizing right now on Moorish World TV because I have a list that I'm supposed to be looking for them, yet I've been so busy that I haven't been able to walk out and attack that list that they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been able to attack that list that they're looking for. Well, Sister Dre, I just hit the link and it worked for me. Somebody hit that PayPal link for me. Tell me if it's working. Somebody hit the PayPal link in the comment section. Tell me if it's working. It worked for me. It just worked. I just hit it. Let me see who in there. Yeah, it worked. It's working. So that's what it is, family. Let me tell you, I appreciate y'all. I wish if somebody, I'm gonna tell you this. If somebody wants to, I'm gonna do another show about the music. I wanna give some music away. I just need to find a way to do it so you can get an instant download. I know everybody asked for the music. I just been busy, family. I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I took on jobs that I normally don't do. I took on concrete jobs. I didn't hire people to do concrete. I don't really do concrete. Real talk. I can do concrete, but I don't do concrete. But guess what? I can get on the phone right now and call my brother, George Turner L. Sheik George Turner L. I called him. I said, brother, I got to take this job, brother, because I got to make this happen. This is the turning point. Now, the reason why I said this is the turning point, no matter how fancy of these buildings you see that they call in temples or that they're using as temples, most of these temples are not owned by us. Let me tell you one more time. Most of these temples are not owned by Moorish Americans. Most of them. It's time for us to own something. Most of these temples cannot even facilitate our traveling people. We stay in hotels that we don't own. We shop at grocery stores that we don't own nor supply. That has to change, and it has to change this year. We can't continue to go back and forth on the internet talking about I wrote this book. We can't eat the book. We can't sleep in the book. Our children, yeah, they can read the book. But what do we leave to the children? You feel me? What do we leave in the children? Sister, you know I love you, sis. All is well. What do we leave to the children? Do we start a community and pass it down to the children of Moors? Because I'm going to tell you the truth. If my sons ain't right, according to the teachings of the Prophet Noble Ali and the philosophy of community and developing the best by us, for us, and within us, man, they can't be a part of this. I mean, y'all see my little son. Let him go to the left. He gonna be right over there chilling. Nah, this for Moors. This is for conscious people. This is for open-minded people who think their conditions can be better. And if they think their conditions can be better, they are going to contribute. But if they don't think their conditions can be better, they're not going to contribute. They're just not going to contribute. If you don't think this benefits you, you're not going to contribute. If you don't think that this is significant, then you're not going to contribute. It is what it is. But if you start thinking like, wow, this is serious. How did he find something like that at that price? I got to email him to harkabay@yahoo.com. Brother, I live in Salt Lake City. Any way you can do an analysis around this zip code? Sure can. Let's do it. I got 3 brothers on standby right now. I got 3 brothers on standby right now, waiting on me. One brother is a Black Power brother. I met him at the Black Men's Breakfast. That's right. I don't get caught up in that mess. I don't get caught up in that. Because until the day I start running at Europeans, telling them, why you call yourself white? Stop calling yourself white. Until I do that, I have no right to do that to my brother or my sister. I have no right to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I would never do that to anybody. I don't see an example where the Prophet Noble Ali did it. He only taught that he not only, he taught that black is a status that we should not be associating with nationality. That's it. That's all. Black is a construct that we should not be associating with nationality. And everything hangs upon being consistent with this new era of time. And nationality is the call of the day. But that doesn't mean that I am coming at somebody's throat every chance I get because they yelling Black Power. Oh, they yelling, I'm a black man. Man, they don't make me, they don't do nothing. That do for me. Man, brother, I tell you what. Some of these brothers yelling, I'm a black man, have done way more for the community than those with nationalities. Truth be told. Truth be told. So I don't get into all that stuff. I don't get into all that stuff. I'm telling you that we can all work together. We can all have functional unity. Black Power community, let me come and buy me some flags. You know what I mean? Because Marcus Garvey is our forerunner. Let me get some flags. Matter of fact, I want the silk kind. Can you make them in silk? I want a silk red, black, and green flag to honor the forerunner, the great emancipator. Nope, not Abraham Lincoln. Nope, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Give me a silk one. That's right. I want to go to the Hebrew Israelite community, and I want to learn how to speak Hebrew. I don't want to go to the European Jew and he teaching me hush, hush, hush. I don't want to learn that. I want to learn from Tazariah. Now, I'm just using him as an example, but you get my point. I want to learn from the mighty Hebrew. You see, I want to go to their community and learn and bring it back and associate it with my community, which is the Moorish Science Temple of America. And when I go to their community or in their town and the Moors haven't built the bed and breakfast, but the Hebrew Israelites have built one or the Kemetic community have built one, I want to be there and be comfortable. I don't want to spend my money with this European no more. I don't want to. Don't force me to spend my money with the European. And the only way we're going to stop spending that money with the European is we got to create something ourselves. And when we create it, it got to compete with the Europeans. It got to be clean. It got to be comfortable. It got to be functional. And the people got to be pleasant. They have to have love in their heart. Somebody coming, you can't stay here because you call yourself black. What type of monkey foolishness is that? What kind of foolishness is that? Oh, no, this is for the Moors. What kind of foolishness is that? That's not what this is. So I ask everybody, I ask for your assistance. Again, the link is at the bottom. I'm telling you, all will be greatly appreciated. All will be used in the development of this project. I will give you an update. If anybody know me, they know I've been pushing this for a while. It's almost coming up on a year now. It's almost coming up on a year now, and I've been talking about this Moorish Village project. I have about 3 weeks to sign on the dotted line with the check in hand. I'm scraping, I'm pulling from every angle to make this work. $3,800 is not a lot to some people. But for a brother like me that's pushing over here, pushing over there, pushing over here, and I just put 5 stacks there, I don't get that money off YouTube like that. I got a business, but it's really just a good job. It's really just a good job, period. But I believe that the faithful and those who are conscious will support, and I appreciate your support. On the bottom of the page, again, it is the GoFundMe I just put up, and I only put $10,000 on the GoFundMe. And I know I said only, but what I mean is I'm not putting thousands of dollars because I don't need that. I need to get it off the ground. I don't need 50,000. I don't need I need to get it off the ground within the next few weeks. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? I need to get it off the ground. And so I'm appealing to my people to help me get it off the ground. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. And inshallah, we'll get this off the ground. I will be reporting to you after the fact, after the 27th, at the completion of this. I will continue to push and promote that I'm doing this. And I hope that everybody support. Thank you for all your support in the past. If you have donated in the past, that all goes towards this. You know, it's always been short-lived when I put up these GoFundMes because it seemed like the support comes and then it goes. But nevertheless, we are at this crossroad now that it's time to make something happen. I'm not going to show you a book that I wrote until I got something on the ground that we can walk into. I'm not going to show you a pamphlet that I produced until I got something on the ground that the people can utilize. Not just for me, not just for the Moors, not just for a temple, but something that the people can utilize. And then it's on to the next. So don't worry about no book from me yet. Don't worry about that yet. I got something coming. Don't worry about that yet. What I'm worrying about is we create the template so we can go anywhere and everywhere and produce the same exact thing. With that, I say peace and love, family, and I see you on the other side. Tomorrow on Tuesday, we're going to have Christian Malanga here, is the interim president of the Congo. We was going to do it today, but my schedule got all caught up and I wasn't able to check the systems. He's in Africa, so I wanted to make sure that the system would connect correctly. So we're going to do that tomorrow, and we're going to bring him on Tuesday. And then come Wednesday, we got Brother Tunica L back in the building to finish up the lessons that he was given on the sister the other day, the sister Mayo Richardson Bay, and we're gonna go back into that on Wednesday. So I see y'all. Thanks for your support. Thank you in advance. I hope you continue to support so we can get this template off the ground. As y'all see, time is of the essence. We got about 2 or 3 weeks, and then about 2 weeks, actually 2 weeks, and then we go to closing on. I go to closing on the 27th. On the 27th. So inshallah, we get all the help that the moment that we close, we can begin to repair and rebuild. Islam, peace and love. Thank you again. May Allah bless you and the family and the Moorish American Nationals. Come on and support. Like I said, Cujo, you can come and stay. Ain't nobody, ain't nobody bombing you. Come on and support. Don't send your money to the colonists. Help your brother out. Let's go. Peace and love. Taj Tariq, send some of that finance. Sabir Bay, send some of that finance. Don't give that finance to the colonists. All right? Islam. Peace and love.